Hi everyone, Howard Brown here from Cool School Video, and I've gotten a few emails from people saying that they weren't sure how to use the AKAI EWI 4000s patch editor from VYSEX or VYSEX, I'm not sure how they pronounce it, and I thought I would do a tutorial explaining how easy it is to bring sounds in from your EWI, to edit them, and put sounds back into your EWI. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is to connect your EWI to your computer. So you're going to need a MIDI in and a MIDI out cable. I'm using the EMU. It's a USB cable that's got an in and out. Very easy to use, plug and play. But you can use any MIDI in and out device you have. And some of them come prepackaged with a audio interface. So you may have that, like the Scarlett or the Audio Box. Okay, so after you get your EWI connected to the computer via MIDI cables, MIDI in and out, I'm using an MU, USB MIDI in and out, you'll go and launch your program, the VYSEX EWI 4000 editor. And when the window pops up, it'll automatically detect your EWI, go through all 16 channels, just hit OK. And now it's going to bring in all of the sounds that are on your instrument into the temporary editing buffer in the software. If this doesn't happen for you, you don't have your MIDI in and MIDI out port configured correctly. So you'd go up to MIDI up here and go to MIDI in port and choose the MIDI device that you're using. Same thing for the MIDI out. Choose the device that you're using and relaunch it, and you should be good to go. It should bring all the sounds in. So right here, right now we have the factory patches in, and you can audition any of them by just clicking on them. All it is bringing that sound into the temporary editing buffer. Okay, so if you want to get sounds from the EWI back into the computer, you use the get function, and if you want to put sounds from the bank back into the EWI, you use the put function. Get and put, self-explanatory. Okay, so if you want to load a saved set of sounds that you have, just go to Open, pick the sound bank that you want. It's going to ask me if I want to save the one that I was working on. I'm going to say no. And now all of these sounds in that bank that you're loading appear in the window. So now I want to put those in. They're not in the EWI yet, but you can audition them. Just click on one. And if I want to put them back into the EWI, just hit the put function. It'll ask me if I want to overwrite the existing bank. I do. And it'll take about 15 seconds or so, and it will load all of these sounds back into your instrument. So it's really very simple to save and load banks. Another thing you're going to want to do is if you want to save sounds that are already on your instrument before we start this process, just go to File, Save Set As, name the set, and save it to a location, and you'll have a backup of all the sounds that were currently on your EWI. Very simple. Okay, now these sounds are back into my EWI. I can click on any one and audition it. Okay, so say there's a sound that you want to work on. Just go to the editor mode preset, and now your synth controls come up, and you can mess around with it. You can rename it just by clicking on the preset name up here, and a window will come up to rename it. Say I want to put more chorus on. That's crazy. So you reach a point where you want to save the sound. You just go to Store In up here in the window, and you can store it to any spot in your 100 sounds. Store to destination, and it'll be stored there. Now, so you work on a bunch of sounds and you want to save that set, and you go back to File, Save Set As, name it down here, save it to a location that you like, and you're all set as far as saving sounds. So you can save as many banks as you want. Another great thing you can do, say you want to make some performance sets and you want everything in the first, say, 10 or 12 positions on the EWI, because it's easy to get to while you're performing. You can just take a sound, drag it across to where you want it, and it'll swap it with another sound. So you can create as many performance banks as you want and use the Save As function to name that set, and you're good to go. Another thing you can do is automatically generate sounds. So if you pick two sounds, pick one, and then in Windows you hit Control, pick another sound, and these buttons will become active, and you can mix, pick how much with the slider, how much you want of each sound, and it will automatically create 100 patches for you, which you can audition by clicking on it. If you find one that you like that you want to work on, just pick a spot down here in the destination box, store on at that spot. It'll ask you if you want to get rid of all the other patches. And now that that's patch we just chose is over here where we stored it. Now you could edit that, go back to the preset window, do all your editing, rename it, whatever you like, and then go back to the Store In, save it as a spot, and you could just keep working on sounds indefinitely like that and creating new banks of sounds. It's really great. So I find this software really pretty easy to use and pretty intuitive. Really haven't had any problems with it, and it's pretty deep. You can really make some great sounds. That's about it. So, when you want to put them back in, you just go back to the put function, and you'll be loading the sounds that you were working on back into the EWI. So back and forth, very simple. Again, I would recommend saving the sounds that you're starting with as a set, in case you have some things on there that you don't want to lose. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and I'll try to answer them for you. And thanks for watching.